Hi everyone, this is Raybo, and I hope you're enjoying the mod. I just want to take a minute and say this is an important video for helping us help you and pointing everyone in the right direction for any issues you might be having with the mod. The forums are how we consolidate bug reports and issues, and the wiki is a great place to answer questions. So hopefully this will direct a few of you in the right direction and you'll have a better experience. Thank you for watching. How I want to start this video out is show everyone the Sim Settlements 2 website and let everyone know the wiki is now live. So if you're wondering how to best report an issue or get access to information to help you with the mod, these are the two tabs that you want to use. So you'd want to go to Sim Settlements 2 and either hit forums if you want to read what everyone else is posting, or go to the wiki. And I think most folks are used to going here, and I think that's fine. You can still get to the same spots here. They have a wiki link and a forums link. Well, this is the forums. Or you can go to the Sim Settlements 2 site, and I think this is the one they're going to. And it is absolutely amazing, this new website. And I think this is probably the one you want to link. It's just fantastic. And it even has all the merchandise and all, talks about if you want to join the team. So let's take a look at the wiki. And it has all kinds of just a completely redone format. What I will say here is that a lot of this is going to depend, how good the wiki becomes is going to depend on how users, decide to interact with it. And like other wikis, you're going to have to contribute. So some of these things haven't been done yet. So first I want to show folks the requirements. That's done. That's what you need right here to play Sim Settlements 2. Now, when we talk about other things that are available on the wiki, what I really enjoyed looking at was, it talks about settlers and wherever, but let's see here, the tech tree. For some of you guys that are really into the details, this is fantastic. This right here is something I'm going to be looking at a lot. Now let's flip on over here. And I think they had something that showed all the quests. And I think, yep. So if you're kind of wanting to see what quests and what side quests are in there, just a huge amount of content. But most of this content hasn't been written yet. So there's going to be a way here that you can contribute. And let's see, customize, contribute right here. And it'll lay out how you should go about contributing to the wiki. And I think that's a good thing, show the guidelines here. And so I encourage everyone to take a look at that. And even if you wanted to do something very small to help us out, this is would be a great benefit to other folks, and I'm sure you're going to get credited with writing it up, and the smart folks will take a look at it and make sure everything's good to go. So now that we've kind of looked at that, let's swing on over here to the forums. And some of you guys have problems when you're posting on the Nexus or on YouTube. The best way to start that process is to come over here to the forums and click Ask a Question. And then here you got the bugs report, and it talks about, the process, Sim Settlements 2 help, Conquer help, what have you. So go here, ask a question. Someone on the staff will move it to an actual bug report that King Gaff will see. I mean, they'll just take, when they can validate an issue has enough information, so screenshots help, load orders help, detailed explanations help, And when you post that on the questions and help, once a staff member can validate it, so we don't have King Gath. King Gath is enormously busy. This project is huge, and there's so many different groups, and he's like the only guy that really is the focal point for all these groups: artists, voice actors, quest designers, writers, everything. So we want to be careful that we can give King Gath stuff so we keep his workflow productive and efficient. So I encourage folks to not cause the team to get thinned out a little bit, and it would really help the team if you have issues to come here and post them here, and that way the majority of the folks can focus in on that. It also helps users, because if it's something simple like a question or a gameplay thing, there's people around the world on these forums, so you might get help day or night 24/7, and it may not even be from a staff member, just an expert that loves sim settlements and plays it a lot. And I can tell you right now that because of testing and helping other folks, I'm way behind on the quests. So if there's a bug that's popped up on let's say one of these later quests, I don't know the answer to it yet, but there probably is players that have been keeping up and moving through these quests that might have some insight for you. Now, with all that, I'm going to go ahead and go in game. Oh, there was one other thing I want to show everyone. I've gotten a lot of questions on how I fly in Workshop mode. So let's go here to Workshop Plus. The mod is called Workshop Plus. And some people say, well, I got Workshop Plus, Ray. And I'll say, well, you need to go into the settings and make sure that fly in Workshop mode is on. And that will allow you to fly like you see me do in the videos. I'm going to go in game and show this to folks in game. There's another setting in there that allows free build, because this is a cheat video. What I'm going to show you guys in game is how to craft the ASAMs and get into the cheat section of the holotape. And so I'll be flying around in Workshop mode. So this is what I wanted to show you guys how to do it. So anyway, I'll see you guys in game. Thank you. Bye. Okay, and there was one other thing I forgot to mention. I am going to talk about the HUD a little bit in this video. I'm aiming this more at ultra-wide users and users with odd resolutions, and maybe using programs like True-by-9. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I struggled a little bit. I can get it all set up. So I'm going to hopefully show you guys a few hints to help you, but it's not going to be perfect. I have a 3840 by 1600 monitor, and just to be honest with you, it's not the easiest thing to set up. Bethesda was, never really supported ultra-wide, but I got my HUD looking really good. So hopefully some of my suggestions will help you, but I'm by no means an expert on the AI when it comes to the HUD. So hopefully it'll help and get some of you guys started, and maybe some of the comments, or if people decide to contribute to the wiki, this would be a good subject to help us out with. So anyway, I'll see you guys in game. Thanks. And we're right next to Covina at Mystic Pines, and we're going to go ahead and start this cheat. The first thing that a lot of folks had asked for is, how did I fly? And it's a mod called Workshop Plus, also by King Gath, and we'll go in here and take a look at it. And it's Workshop Plus, and all you need to do here is make sure that fly in Workshop mode is on. And for the sake of this cheating thing, spoilers, cheats, we can turn on something called, and you can see here at the bottom it says unlimited resources, and bypass most perk requirements. No scrap return is made in this mode. So we're going to go ahead and turn that on, and a bit later I'm going to show you guys why that's kind of cool. So the first thing we talked about that I wanted to talk about was going in here, and actually what I'm going to do, since we're doing cheats, is go over here next to Darlene. That's why I'm down here, is I wanted to pick up a companion. Now, she's a prime companion. What I call a prime companion, meaning that she has to be in slot number 1. So I sent Dogmeat back to Sanctuary while I picked her up, and then I'll add him and other companions back in now that I've picked her up. But she's a great companion. I love the author, and you'll be seeing a lot of her if I do very many more videos. So let's go ahead and do the first cheat that I'm going to do here. Okay. And a friend of mine gave me this, and there's tons of them on the Nexus, but it's a bat file. So I'm going to give myself some more resources here. Mats. And I've modified some of them to the values, to what I want to use. And I'm going to put these into the workshop. Now, some of you guys have asked about these sensors, and we're going to come back. I have 17 sensors right now. Let's go ahead and store all junk. Now you're going to have to remember, because it is junk, to take the sensors back. And since the boxes start with a B, you're going to have to go down here and make sure you grab the boxes too. So now we have resources. We can fly. We're in cheat mode. Not kind of cheat mode with free build. We're going to go in workshop mode. You can see my Sim Settlements things here, and we'll talk about that too. And we're going to build a city planner's desk. Now, in order to cheat the sensors in, all you need to do is go into your inventory, go to the miscellaneous, and go to the city manager holotape.
Holotape inserted.
Click OK. And since I've never run it before, I'm a returning user. I'm going to pick the middle one here. I'm going to talk about the HUD right after this. The default is 4 categories, and you see the resources there in my HUD. I strongly recommend that most users use that. Now, what will happen is it can go up to 31, and that's more of a survival, very grindy kind of playthrough. And all your plots have certain requirements, like you might need asbestos or crystal and have these low density items that you're going to have to do a little bit of looting to get. So 4 seems about right for me. Or you can take it down to 1 and everything's scrap. Wood, steel, components, whatever. 4 seems about right for me, so I'm going to leave it at that. So I'm going to say yes, looks good. Okay. Now, the next thing, some of you guys were asking about the ASAMs. You can go in here to cheats, and you can click unlock story items. Now, what I'm going to do is I don't want to play that way. So I'm going to go in here and do a hard save. I'm going to call it save. And I'm going to name this save. I'm going to call it pre-cheats. No spaces, no special symbols. And Darlene. So I'm going to come back here and play my real game. But let's go ahead and take a look at the desk. Now, this is going going to be a
Did you assign
spoiler.
someone to this?
Right now there's no sensors here, and there's also no story items. So let's exit. And in order to get access to those things and craft them, I'm going to go back into the City Manager holotape. We click Tools and then Cheats. And it's Unlock All Story Items is, I believe, where they put it. You can't undo this. So we're going to exit this. Now, two things I want to show you here. Here we can
Did
craft,
you assign someone to
and now
this?
sensors are there. Salvage beacons, all kinds of stuff. Tools, you got all your tools, but the sensors, there's a couple things in here I personally want to earn my quest from, and also here, this Vitomatic, or I think it's in some spots in the mod called the Vigor Machine or Vigor something. I kind of want to earn these too. So I'm going to exit here. Now let's go back here and here to the holotape, and you're going to see why I did the hard save. You can't undo this. You see how there's no selection left? You can't say, yes, do this. So it's done. That's why I made the hard save before doing it. Now what I would recommend is, I don't know yet, I haven't got a chance to play as much of the game as I would like now, but the plan is to add the ASAMs to the level list so you can buy them at some vendors. Personally, that's going to be enough for me. But in the meantime, I may want to craft a few or get a few more while I'm traveling around. The way to do that, the way I recommend, is go into your console and type in help ASAM 4. And you're going to get a list of all the different IDs that are associated with this. And the first two letters are where your Sim Settlements mod is located. The 0E. Mine's located at 0E. So I'm going to go up here to the top. And you're going to see ASAM's model, and it's A23, and then for a box, it's 242. So I have those console numbers written down. You'll have to go in and do this and figure out what either look at them, from your load order, or go in and do this. And all you need to do then is go back in your console. I had no boxes. Player dot add item, and let's go ahead and add boxes first. So we had 0E01124, and I messed that up. 010112422. Those are boxes, so let's add 2 boxes. I only had 17 ASAMs in my inventory before, so let's add 2 boxes. And we're going to click the console, and you see 2 boxes are added up there on the upper left. Go back in, and I'm going to type in player.add item, and type in the ID, which mine is 0E010A23, and I'm going to put in 10. So that will take my 17 ASAMs up to 27. A little click, 10 are added. Go in my inventory, and go over here to junk, and I'm going to have a box of 2, which has 20 sensors in it, and now my individual ASAMs have gone up to 27. That's the way I would do it versus cheating in the City Manager holotape or the desk, but it's up to you. We'll see if they add some ability just to craft them in, but short of that, that's the field that lets you craft them at the desk. All right, running out of air. Let's talk a little bit about the HUD. Let's go into workshop mode. Now, if you go over here to the right, it's resources. And when you set up your initial holotape, it asks you about that. And there's also a place in the holotape, and I think MCM too, so we'll check, and let you set that up. Now, the one on the right is called resources, and the one on the left is called status. Now, these are all set up, and that right now they'll only show in workshop mode. Go to MCM, and I have an ultra wide monitor. It's 3840 by 1600. So folks think that I'm the monitor expert, and I'm not really the monitor expert. And I found this was one of the harder pieces of sim settlements to do, because a lot of the hotkeys are already either already combined, bound, or they won't show as bound, but place it everywhere overrides them. So for this video, I'm going to leave this up for a second, and you'll kind of see how I get these setups and how we adjust these different fields. Hopefully I can remember here. Once you get this set up, you shouldn't have to mess with it too much. So let's, the key one here that I have is P. So that's and I'm saying using letters for these big on and off is what you want to take your few non-combined keys and use them for. So let's go ahead and adjust our HUD. So we're going to go into workshop. Everything's going to highlight, and I'm going to pick P. And you see how resources highlighted there? I went too fast. Here Jilly highlights, so let's use this on Jilly. All right, now I've set up my arrow keys, and I'm in workshop mode, so you guys are going to kind of get a chuckle out of this. It won't do anything, but they overlap. So I messed up. All right, so it's shift up and down arrow, and so you're going to get some replicant. You're going to have your workshop mode move, but this is how you would move it. So I can go up. I'll go right. I'll go left. I'm going to hit P again and cycle. And this, if I wanted to move my status up, I could go shift and move it up. Just moved it up, moved it down, moved it right, 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 left, left, left. So it's kind of overlapping. It's just the hotkeys I picked. If you don't have place everywhere, you might not have to have the same hotkeys that I do. And hit P again. And the big one for the ultra wide monitors is going to be this one. And so you just use the arrow keys. And of course you're going to have to scroll through the whole menu to get it to move if you're already at the end. And it sometimes does stick a little bit, so you're going to have to play with it a little bit. And I'm going to hit P again. And it's going to cycle out, and now nothing's selected. Now I do have some keys set up for the info panel. It's B. Shows up. I'm going to turn it off. Resources panel is H. Turns it on, turns it off. And for me right now, to go up to 31 items is broken. So I should be able to hit G and cycle down to just scrap the 4, and I can't even get it to 31. So it's good that I want to play on just 4. And then the status meters, I can turn them off too. And on. And I think I got it set up. Let's go ahead and status meter, I think I got it shift. Okay, shift is move. So I'm going to use the left arrow and control, and I can make it bigger, smaller, but my menus are gonna move at the same time. So I'm gonna leave it about there. I'm gonna hit P again. It's gonna go over to resources. I'm gonna hit P again, and it's out. So I'm gonna go back. I think that should get you guys started with this HUD. And for those of you who have ultra wides, and if these keys get you started, you might want to take a look at these. These right here, I've discovered that I probably don't even need to have the shift and the control. Maybe for this increased size, I could just probably go in here, click on them, and move up. I could just probably have it up, down, because that menu is going to move anyway. Left and right. Okay. Now, let's get back to that Workshop Plus and something a little more fun. We have down here a nuclear generator that I took the RC out of. So I'm going to go into workshop mode here. And my player, and let's take a look at that, has no way is at a level that can build that. So let's take a look at the status of my character. She's a level 6, and obviously level 6 doesn't have the perks required to build a nuclear generator. So what we're going to do here is go into workshop mode, and if you notice, I can't select this. Well, we're going to go in the extended version of Place Everywhere. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to scrap it. Okay, that didn't give me any components though. And now I'm going to go over here to the power generators, and let's see if I messed up my hotkeys. Put another one in there that can give me power at this location. Now, some of you know that I'm not going to worry about its placement too much here. Alright, so I've now placed it. I'm going to highlight it again, and let's see if I can make it. Oh shit. Alright. And that's what I don't like about how these hotkeys are set up. I end up in this mode now in Workshop, and I end up having to hit keys. Oh, crap. I can't get these things. So I'm going to get rid of that info panel right now. Alright, let's get back to here, and let's see if we can make this smaller. So So I'm using my place everywhere keys. And now we have a nice little nuclear generator in the bottom here that I built using the free build of Workshop Plus. So when I come back here and start setting up my settlement, let's go back in here, I'm now at 100 power. I'm going to take it out of extended mode. So that's kind of a preliminary look at Workshop Plus. This settlement, let's go ahead and take a look at it, is by XV, and it is fabulous. And you can see it has a ginormous build area, seen in the distance here. And I've done a video on this before, so I'm not going to bore everyone with it, but it's a great location. I like setting it up early game. I like going to get Darlene. She's an excellent companion. I'm a little strange on companions. I actually like Ivy, and like I said maybe earlier or in some other video, I'm gonna at some point probably do a video with her running around with us again. But for now, folks, that's it. I've shown you how to do the ASAMs. I've shown you how to do the cheats, and shown you about the HUD, and we've talked about the wiki. And now Darlene and I are going to leave and go into darkness. And with this,
Hey, ASAM.
I'm going to close the video because this is a special place that Uit has a mod called Into Darkness. And if you want to set up your main base and get some fabulous performance and stability in your game, using this giant vault with all these sections is very immersive. And you can set up all your settlements and not have to worry about all the pre-combines and scrapping and all that other stuff, and just go to town on sim settlements. So take a look at that if you want. It's that's what I'm recommending. So Into Darkness, here we go.